Since the time of Hazrat Masih Maud, peace be upon him, the Jalsa Salana has been one of the most fundamental institutions of Ahmadiyya movement and has been taking place every year very regularly with few exceptions. Would Hazur kindly explain for us, especially for the benefit of new generation, the importance and the blessings of Jalsa Salana?
There are many, in fact, and you should better read them in the words of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam. When Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam invited people to Qadian for participation in Jalsa, he enumerated all the blessings of Jalsa in very few words. And one is surprised to note that that account, though short, is all comprehensive. So you better read that account in the words of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam and enjoy that. Out of many blessings, one blessing, I can just, by way of illustration, I can quote one or two blessings. One is that people go there and the experience of Ahmadis coming from all over the world and joining together for one good purpose of listening to religion and for no other purpose than of the remembrance of God, having collected at one place, the impact of this thing spiritually is very great. And those who have been going to Jalsa Salana and those who have not been going to Jalsa Salana can't be measured in the same terms of spiritual level. In fact, I know people from America, for instance, who told me themselves that before coming to Jalsa Salana, although they were convinced Ahmadis, although there was nothing wrong with their faith, but the spirit elevating experience which they went through during Jalsa Salana has transformed them completely and entirely, with the result that they became different people and are returning a different people. This is what was said, what was admitted by those who visited from America for the first time to Jalsa Salana at Rabwa. That's the annual conference. But also the same thing was reported by the then missionary in charge. For instance, once Mia Ibrahim Sahib wrote to me about someone. He said that when he went from here, although he was a good Ahmadi, this is why he decided to spend so much and go to Rabwa. Although he was a good Ahmadi, yet when he came back, he was unrecognizably transformed. A completely different person. Such a big impact was created upon him by participation in Jalsa. So Hazrat Masih Maud has pointed out that spiritually you will gain such experience, such soul enriching experience, that that benefit cannot be gained elsewhere, anywhere else. Secondly, the other is social contact and the enhancement of mutual love and mending together our various views and thoughts and social systems. And Ahmadiyya is in fact being welded into one during Jalsa Salana as by no other institution. All the various social systems come into contact. A quiet, slow, not slow, but a quiet, silent comparison is being made in various minds. And things are learned and things are dropped. And the impact of Islamic culture in operation is also a very great impact. You really begin to believe that this is a true culture which gives you lasting happiness. So this is also one aspect. social aspect, and in which the cultural and social values are reformed, and there is a constant calculation in the minds going on, comparative calculations, relative calculations about the values, and they ultimately decide that this is the culture we sought, this is in fact the culture which will give us peace. Now, if they had read such things in the books, even if they were convinced ideologically, they simply could not have that faith that is important. Still, the culture, a foreign culture, would appear to be a superior culture because they would be witnessing that culture, and there is something ideal yet not in practice to be seen palpably. So this is why the theory cannot have advantage over practice, over reality. So there the culture, Islamic cultural values are being experienced, not heard of, being gone through rather than being read. That creates a very great impact. Once some ladies from America visited Jalsa Salana, and they visited the langar, the kitchen where I was in charge at that time. It was langar 3, I remember. Now that kitchen was rather backward of all the kitchens we had. Although we prepared bread for about 29,000 people, although the capacity was about 21, but Chaudhry Hamidullah Sahab was very hard on me in this respect. He wanted the capacity to be raised to a degree that no guest would sleep hungry. So it was, in fact, I was to attenuate to all limits, If the guests were 30,000, I had to produce 30,000 breads for 30,000, so on. So when they visited, that was a very busy time. Everybody was busy preparing bread, and that the old system tandoor, where they are made of clay and earth is dug and they are sunk below the surface of earth. So every bread maker has to bend twice. First to put to adhere the made out bread to the side of the tandoor, the oven, and then to take it out. So these ladies who were visiting us, I didn't have much time in the beginning to attend to them, but they just quietly watched and saw things happening. Then somebody told me that some visitors from America had come and you better attend to them. So for a while I excused myself from the working people and went to them. Now they had seen something very primitive. In fact, so primitive that it is nowhere in America could they have witnessed such a primitive way of cooking bread. Yet the spirit which they observed, that devotion to the cause, everybody to the last ounce of his energy was so deeply involved and engrossed that he wanted to finish the job by a set time so that no guest would go hungry. That had such deep impact over them that when I asked them their impression of how things went, one of them really started crying with tears flowing down her eyes. He said, it's impossible for me to describe the impact. Nowhere on earth can you see such a thing. It is not the method, how you go about it. It is the spirit of the young little boys who are very poorly clad in that cold weather, and they go in and out to the ovens and then to extreme cold. They don't care a fig for what may happen to them. And they are running about, and continuously I am told they are running about until the work is finished, without tiring. And the spirit which I have seen has impressed me so much, so deeply. According to her words, she told me, she was an elderly lady, that I have 9 children. Maybe it was 9 or 10, but that doesn't matter much. She said, I have 9 children. I love them all very dearly. But after witnessing this Jalsa, truly I feel never to return home and never leave this place. It's a different world, and I don't want to return to that filthy world of ours which is called America. That was the impression of a convert from America, from an American citizen. The other lady, one of the other ladies, said, I also want to express my views. I have also some children, but my reaction is exactly opposite to hers. She wants to live here forever and never return to her family. I want to fly back to my family instantly and to announce to them what they are missing. I said, I'm dying to be back and tell them, unless they have visited such a place, they would not know what spirituality is, what love based on religious values is, and so on and so forth. So if such a backward way of cooking breads could have that impact, imagine what would be the impact of meeting with some companions of Hazrat Masih Maud, of people who love each other just for the sake of God and for no personal reasons. People who have no common nationality, no common geography, no relationship whatsoever of mind, of education, of background. Yet they set eyes on each other, and sometimes with emotion they are overwhelmed. They love each other so much and so truly that it's an experience just to have gone through. This is Jalsa Salana in a nutshell, but as I told you, Hazrat Masih Maud occupying a very short space has explained the benefits of Jalsa Salana so completely and so comprehensively that one is wonderstruck. Any other question, please? Just let me first find out if there are others, non-professionals as well. Yes, please.